Let me guess.
Essex.
We see.
Maybe another time. I should be. Let's see if I can find Moore's telephone number in the phone book. Moore. I just remembered the last name, but he had a pretty unusual first name. I'll remember it if I see it written. No, that's not the Moore I'm looking for. No, that's not the Moore I'm looking for. No, that's not the Moore I'm looking for. Violetta Moore. That's the name. What kind of name is Violetta for a guy? Anyway, his number is 555-4897. I hope he's still alive. This guy has a real knack for getting into trouble.
Hello, New York operator.
Can you dial a number for me?
What's the number?
Violetta Moore, 555-4897.
1 second.
Hello?
Am I speaking with Violetta Moore?
You're talking with his ghost. It's the middle of the night. Who the hell is calling at this hour? Del Nero, old son of a gun.
I see you still remember me.
Hell, you saved my skin in that story with the syndicates a few years ago. How could I forget you, old buddy? How you doing?
Same old.
Bottle in the hand and bills to pay, huh?
More or less.
You must have a good reason to call in the middle of the night.
I need some information.
Well, you called the right number. You give me a name and I'll tell you all about the skeletons in its closet.
Do you know an organization called Black Lily?
Damn, you don't mess around. It's better not to step on those guys' toes if you don't want to find yourself neck high in shit.
What do you know about them?
Black Lily is one of the strongest mafia families in Los Angeles. In the mid-1920s, they started to grab power when the other families were busy fighting amongst themselves. They figured out that the time of gangsters armed with Thompsons was winding down, and they started to make headway corrupting and forming alliances with politicians. No contrabands or killings. They got what they wanted with cold, hard cash. In Los Angeles, they say that Black Lily doesn't kill you, it just steals your soul.
Do you have any names for me?
How many do you want, bud? The head of the organization is a certain Tommaso Venanzi, one of your compatriots. But don't think of him as a classic Italian-American gangster. Venanzi is an attorney and he comes from a good family. He's smart enough to know that greasing the right hand is worth more than 1,000 armed men.
And who greases those palms in New York for him?
A half-Canadian called Samuel Cutter. He's an attorney too, if I remember correctly.
Samuel Cutter. I think I've already heard that name before.
You definitely read about him in the papers. He was tried for the murder of 4 policemen a while ago. Came out of as clean as a baby's ass when it gets off the changing table. But he made a mistake. He underestimated the value of the public opinion.
What do you mean?
Cutter bought off everyone at that trial, even the court usher. But the press figured it out and started to ask questions. Nowadays, the right headline in the papers sends more heads rolling than the guillotine during the French Revolution. The palms Cutter greased pulled away because they were afraid of a scandal and left him all alone. Greasing palms is a good strategy, Jack, but you always need to remember that you're dealing with people who hide behind their business card.
What happened to Cutter?
That's the best part. Cutter was found innocent at the first trial, but there was another one a few months later, and it didn't turn out as well for him.
Did he go to jail?
Yeah, he was locked up, and then he was shut up. They found him in his cell with a knife in his back. This sent the entire organization here in New York crumbling down. And with it, all the speculations about the involvement of politicians in white-collar crime came to an end.
So they all saved their faces.
That's right, Jack. Cutter's death was as fortunate as it was suspicious.
Well, at least I have a name now. Samuel Cutter. And if he has ever been arrested before, I'm sure that the police archives will have a nice file about him. I'd better go there. Do you know anything about a guy called the Turk?
No, pal, this name doesn't tell me anything. But it doesn't sound like someone you should get too chummy with.
Definitely not. Did you ever hear the name Sean McLean?
Sean McLean? No, pal, nothing. Never heard of him.
Thanks for the information, Moore.
No problem, pal. If you need anything, call day or night.
Useless papers and... Slavansky.
What can I...
Good.
Goodbye.
It's Greta. Hi, Greta.
Hi, Jack.
Okay,
Bye, Jack. New York. Bye.
Where you want?
the Melville...
Whatever you...
Hi.
You again, son. What do you...
I don't need it.
Good luck. Where you want?
The police department.
Okay.
Hi, officer.
How can I help you?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See?
Let me guess.
Essex.
Whatever you...
Let's see if... I don't see anything.
New York cop?
Can you dial
What's the number?
Violette?
Once?
Hello?
It's Jack.
What is it, old pal?
It's about Black Lily again.
Shoot.
Do you have any...
How many do you want? But the head of the organization is a certain Tommaso Venanzi. One of your... Venanzi is an attorney and he comes from a good family. He's smart enough to know that greasing...
And who greases those palms in New York for?
A half Canadian called Samuel Cutter. He's an attorney too, if I remember correctly.
Samuel Cutter. I think I've already heard that.
You definitely read he was tried, but he made a mistake.
What do you mean?
Cutter bought nowadays the palms cut. Greasing palms is a good strategy, Jack, but
What happened to Cutter?
that's the best part. Cutter was found innocent at the first.
Did he go to jail?
Yeah, he was locked up and then he was shut up. This sent the entire organization here in New York crumbling down.
So they all saved their faces.
That's right, Jack. Cutter's death.
Well, at least I have a name now. Samuel Cutter. And if he has ever been arrested before, I'm sure that the police archives will have a nice file about him. I better... Thanks for the...
No problem.
Where you want good?
The police...
Whatever.
These archives must be older than this bit. I didn't like going through the archives when I was an officer. I don't think I'll start liking it now. These archives... These archives must be older than this building. I didn't like going through... These archives... The department's porter. I don't... The police archives could be a good place to look for information on this Samuel Cutter that Moore was talking about. I'm sure that there's a nice thick file on him in here. A card reader. It's the first time I've seen one. Swipe your card in that thing and it tells you if you are allowed to get in. No clue. No. There aren't any knobs or locks. The only way to open this door is using the reader next. I don't see how... Card reader. It's the first time I've seen one. Swipe your card in that thing and it tells you if... I won't get too far without a card. No clue. Hi, officer. How can I help you? have some questions about your files.
What do you want to know?
How can I get in?
Simple. A signature on a form and 9 months of police academy. Buddy, access to the files is reserved to police officers. No badge, no access.
What's that device next to the door?
They put it here a few months ago. Old Sam, who managed the archives, retired. And rather than bringing in another officer, the department replaced him with this thing.
How does it work?
Every officer has a special punch card. When they go into the archives, they just take out the card and swipe it through this machine. The machine recognizes the officer and opens the archives door.
So every officer has his own card. Victoria will definitely have one. I don't have anything else to ask you.
Better.
Goodbye, Al.
Goodbye.
Well, I don't see any other option. It's too dark to see what's in the drawers. Yes, let's see if I can find this damned access card for the archives. There's some kind of combination that locks the last drawer. The combination was the Mexican flag, Victoria and her sentimentality. The advertisement of a ferry company that connects. Maybe that's where Malone sent Victoria. The card to get into the archives. I'll take it. I hope that Victoria doesn't get upset if I take her card for a while. It doesn't make any... I already don't think that Victoria will appreciate that I have broken the lock on her office, let alone if I tell her that I stuck my nose in her things. As they say, open sesame. When I was a police officer, this was old Sam's station. He handled the archive. He knew the location of every file by heart. You told him the name of a guy, and he could tell you which rack and shelf it was on. He was a good man. A good man whose job was to file murder and assault reports. I don't see anything interesting there. New York Police, you can trust us. I didn't trust the police when I was an officer. Imagine now that I'm accused of murder. It's fine where it is. Interesting. If you put the name of the person you're looking for in this sort of calculator, you get the number of his file. I wonder what old Sam would think if he knew he'd been replaced by this gadget. Samuel Cutter's file is 6120057. I should remember it. isn't a file on Sean. It probably wasn't filed yet. All the files on the people arrested by various New York departments, everyone has a set. All the file, everyone has a Folder 6120057. Samuel Cutter. Here you are, Samuel Cutter. Samuel Cutter, attorney, jailed on May 7, 1933 for the murder of 4 police officers. Samuel, attorney. 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 Jail. When I was he knew the location. He was a good. Hi, officer.
How can I help you?
I have some.
What do you want to know?
I don't.
That?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Del Nero,
I have some.
why should I? We are.
Your threats are all starting.
Provoke all you like, Del Nero. See.
Ah,
Essex Street.
whatever you want.
What can I do?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I don't need the phone book now.
New York.
Can you dial
What's the number?
Violetta?
Wait a s-
Hello?
It's Jack.
What is it all?
It's about.
Shoot.
Thanks for the.
No problem, pal. If you need...
Hi, Greta.
Hi, Jack.
Okay.
Bye, Jack.
Ah,
The Melville.
okay.
Empty bottles of grog. It must be what's left of the harbor master's stash. Empty bo- A bottle is broken. I'll take the part with the label. Grog de Ricardo Blanco. This stuff is over 120 proof. Every sip cuts your liver's life by a week. Hi. I don't need.
Good luck.
No clue. S. I don't see how I could use them together. A huge. If there is a heaven, let's see if Greta has a bottle of grog. I don't see anything. All that's left of a bottle of Grog de Ricardo Blanco. I don't see how. No clue. No clue. No, it doesn't. Hi, Greta.
Hi, Jack.
Do you have a...
Grog.
It's not...
As you. Anyway, I don't think I have any, but if you feel.
I'll take a look. Okay.
Bye, Jack.
I don't see how I could use them together. No clue. At least none that makes any sense. No clue. A simple coat. Now, Slavansky is in the... No, it doesn't.
What can I do?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I don't see how... I don't see how... I don't see how... No clue. No clue. At least none. No clue. At least none that makes any sense. No. No clue. Some canned tomatoes, beans. It looks like a... No, it doesn't make any... No clue. No, it doesn't make any sense. I don't see how... No clue. I don't see how... No, it doesn't make any sense. I don't see... I don't see... No, it doesn't... No clue. I don't see how... All that's left of a bottle of Grog de Ricardo Blanco. No, it doesn't... I don't see how I could use them together. No, Yes, using the steam that's coming out, I should be able to get the label off of the piece of bottle I picked up. Let's see. Excellent. Now I have a Grog de Ricardo Blanco label ready for use. If I glue this label on any of these bottles, I could have a bottle of what, at first glance, could look like a bottle of grog. I doubt that the harbor master guy will figure out the swindle, or at least he won't until I get the information I need. It looks perfect. It looks the same as the bottles of grog I found at the port. I don't see how I could use...
Ah,
The Melville...
we see.
Maybe this will help loosen up your tongue.
Where'd you get that bottle?
With a little brain, you can get anything in this city. Tell me what you saw tonight, and it's yours.
I can't.
Let's stop beating around the bush. I have something that you want, and you have something that I want. Let's not get any pointless morals mixed up in the matter.
Okay, you convinced me.
Tell me who boarded tonight.
Around closing time, the guy who was found bumped off on the dock came here. He had a little girl with him. He asked if he could board the Sainte Marie de la Mer.
The Sainte Marie de la Mer. It's the same name that was in my dream. First that hitman, and now the name of the ship. How's all this possible? Did you see anyone else other than the guy with the girl?
Now that I think about it, yes. I had just closed the harbor master's office when I saw a man near the lamppost. I had never seen him around here before. He wasn't a sailor. He was too elegant to be an old salt.
Describe him.
I only saw him in passing. It's better to avoid looking at anyone for too long around here.
Did you notice anything particular?
He was dressed well, but that's it.
Where did you say he was?
Under that lamppost over there, the one next to the sacks.
Okay. Tell me more.
I already told you everything. I was closing the harbor map. He wasn't doing it.
Tell me more.
I already told. I was closing the harbor master's office when I saw this guy under the lamppost, the one near the sacks. He wasn't doing anything strange, just standing.
I don't need anything else.
Good luck, son.
There's a toy company logo on these crates. Who knows? Kane and Smith Warehouse. Looks like... This is where the harbor master saw the guy come after Sean. Maybe I'll find something interesting. There are some cigarette butts here. It looks like the guy tailing Sean had to wait for a long while. Let's take a look. The smell of this butt isn't of regular old tobacco. It's hash, which isn't exactly easy to find. It might be a lead to follow, but I can't think of any connection between this cigarette butt and what happened tonight. Maybe I need to think about it. This cigarette wasn't made only of tobacco. There was hashish in it. I recognized the smell. This might be a lead, but I can't figure out the connection between this. Maybe I should think about it. Let's try to think about it. It doesn't make any sense. 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 doesn't make any... John said that the guy he saw near his cab was smoking a cigarette that smelled funny. And now I find this hashish smoke. There's no doubt that the guy that was following Sean and the one that Sean saw by his cab is the same guy. The cigarette butt won't be much help figuring out the identity of this mystery man, but I might find other clues. There are pieces of paper lying around. It looks like they formed a matchbox once. Who knows why it was ripped up like this? If I piece it back together, maybe I can figure out something more.